I one bad thing about using these big stainless steel rivets, when you mess up and have to drill them out, it ruins the drill bit, and it makes the hole reamed out, so you had to put a sheet metal bolt in it. When if you use the smaller rivets, you have more rivets upsized to fix any problems that you have. So these big rivets aren't necessarily the best idea. Anyway, I put this patch in. I had to notch it to go in around the rubber and hold the metal up in place. And I put rivets wherever I could beside the rubber where there was metal. Yeah, I'm trying to do these two hard patches first, and then I'll put patches in between them and notch them so that they kind of intertwine. That way it'll hold them up, and then I just take a bar and press on it to weld them in place, and of course some pop rivets. Most of the tar is gone here on this side. It was a little drier, and the tar came out. So I'm only putting the pop rivets in because of the rubber at the quarter panel. Hopefully the camera's still in aim. See if I can. Yeah, anyway, I gotta change hands. Okay, I put that patch in. There's a triangle brace that comes down from the back seat. So I put this patch in, and this whole piece right here that's in the middle of the camera was all loose and floating. So I put that piece in first to hold that against the quarter panel. And you can see a bit of a gap there on the edge, but the rubber hits on the quarter panel in two places. And of course the angle's off a little bit, so it's open, but seam sealer will fix that. But anyway, that is spot welded to the center piece that's up inside, which I can't quite show you. And I'll put a piece in here and notch it on both sides so it goes in around so those two patches will hold this patch up. And then, of course, I have to put a strip of patch down that and do the bottom. But, and the patches that are left are a little bit easier than than these two that I just did, because this piece here was way up in. I had to pull it down and rivet it and vice grip it together. And that's what happened when that one bolt that's right there, because I had the vice grips too close to the rivet. And when I had pushed the rivet up in, I thought I had it bottomed. When I didn't, it hit the rivet, hit the needle nose vice grips. And of course, the rivet was loose when it snapped, so I had to grind it out. And when I grinded it out, it spun enough, it burned through the metal and made the hole too big. So I put that sheet metal bolt up through. And of course, the sheet metal bolt stripped as well. So I had to put one of those quick nuts in behind it. But anyway, it's tight now. So I'll pull this over in place when I put a piece down here. But I had to do those two patches first because that kind of is close to the construction of it. And so now I just cut my other two patches. It's awkward up here. Yeah, quite awkward. I can't reach it. As soon as you get the least bit comfortable, you can't reach. You have to have your head squashed straight up around the leaf springs in order to be able to do anything whatsoever. Anyway, I'm getting there. Another 3, 4, 5, 6 more patches, and I'll have it kind of semi behind me. Anyway, yeah, the idea of the planks and boards here to sit on is a good idea, except for I'm too big to go up in the wheel well, and this thing right here is in the way. So I can only kind of prop myself, but I can lean against the leaf springs. That helps. But yeah, it's awkward holding the camera and working at the same time, even with the stand, because it can easily slip out of adjustment. Yeah, I had to scrape the fire out, but yeah, it'll be all right. Same idea as the other side. And there's my nice collection of together welding rods and paint can handles. And over here, this is my only 2 welding rods left. Well, clothes hangers. And I do have a tube of these, but they're all small. They beautiful rods for when you can use them. Well, there's a rod right there I can use. But anyway, that's about the only one that's in there. I haven't gone to price them yet. But I should almost have enough welding rods left, or enough welding rods like to finish this. Not to do the trunk, but I should be able to do this wheel well. I have enough to keep me busy for a couple days, and by then I'll have this wheel well done, and then I'll have to scrounge around and get some more to do the trunk. But they might not be too expensive. I don't know. I know it's marked right on this tube that these little ones are $1.53 a piece. And that was when it was XL, which is like 20 years ago. So I have an idea they're fairly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's $100 for a tube of them. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. Thank you very much. I'll be in touch.